Hello and welcome to the Dratchelor, my weekly recap of The Bachelor. Now, just as a reminder, I've never watched the series The Bachelor before. I'm a newcomer to this. I've been drinking wine. It's daytime. It's like 2 o'clock here. I'm tired. I'm gonna be drinking coffee. Just keep it fresh. Keep it alert. Let's get started with this week's The Dratchelor.
It kind of like feels the fire under my butt.
The Dratchelor. Jimmy Kimmel shows up. He's gonna be guiding the show this week. The episode starts out with him waking up the Bachelor, and he's gonna be his guide throughout this whole show. The first date starts out with a private date between the Bachelor and Caitlyn. Is Caitlyn the one that was making all those bad jokes in the first episode? I'm getting them confused. Okay, anyways, they show up to Costco. They climbed into this giant plastic inflatable ball, and they managed to get pushed around by a couple kids they found wandering down the aisle. They kissed too.
Having fun?
Yeah. They were gonna be serving dinner to Jimmy Kimmel, and he gave them a shopping list like a tub of mayonnaise, a pair of size 32 jeans, a loving connection that could last a lifetime. And he also specifically said enough ketchup to fill a hot tub, which they bought. They bought pallets and pallets of ketchup. I didn't see anything happen to that ketchup. There was no ketchup hot tub. Then they do this big group competition, this farming competition called the Hoedown Showdown. It's a giant relay race to see who can humiliate themselves the fastest in a farming setting. So then this woman, Carly, she's been concerned. She hasn't had any time with the Bachelor. You have to chug a beaker full of goat's milk. They say, is anyone allergic? She's like, I am, but I will chug it because I am willing to shit my shorts for the Bachelor. Speaking of shorts, Jillian, I believe is her name. She shows up to this competition in shorty white shorts, which we don't even know what they look like because there's a giant black bar placed over her ass in every single shot. We can't just be seeing butt cheeks. There must be more. There must be like full displays going on. Why wouldn't anyone just say, hey, you know what? We can see your junk hanging out here. Bachelor. Mackenzie, who's 21, and by the way, they need to have like an age limit. 21's too young for this show. She was the first one he kissed, but now he's kissed all these other women. So she tries to bring it up in a very subtle fashion.
You remember how we kissed? Mm-hmm. Wait, why are you kissing everyone else too?
You know that's gonna happen. Like he was gonna kiss her and then be like, I'm good, I'm done for the rest of the season. Then Whitney gets a one-on-one date. She was very nervous. She cries when she gets the date, and she tries to impress him with her skill set.
I always meet people at airports.
Then things get really intimate.
I think I just ate some of your hair.
How'd it taste?
Then she suggested they crash the wedding. Because.
So there's something about weddings that's just very romantic.
So then they crash the wedding. They end up talking to the mother of the bride, and then they end up dancing like with the bride and groom.
Whitney and I end up on the dance floor with the bride and groom of the wedding that we're crashing. I mean, if that's not awkward, I don't know what is.
I don't know, maybe dating 25 women? Then there's a pool party, but surprise, most of it takes place in the hot tub. This woman, Julia, who's had a tragedy happen to her. For some reason, I'm assuming it's the producers, tell her, pull him aside at this pool party and tell him the worst story you could ever imagine. A very tragic tale that I'm not belittling, but I'm just saying, timing, Julia. This isn't the place. Talk about your Debbie Downers, right, guys? That was me. She used it as like a grief flirt. Okay, so before you know it, it's the rose ceremony. He gets rid of Amber and 2 women I've never seen before. One had like a blonde top knot. I don't even know her name. Beatrice? Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Look on the bright side, ladies. At least now you know what warm goat's milk tastes like. I give this episode 2 out of 2 hot tubs because that's how many hot tubs were in this episode. At this point in the season, I think the front runner is Caitlyn, the girl who was very real in the Costco, or the editor responsible for putting the black bar on that girl's shorts. Mark my words. Would you accept this rose? Look at my object work. Because, as Carly said,
Roseless feels so bad.
am I invested in the show? What's happening to me? The Dratchelor.